Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's almost spring, so I figured it's a good time to kind of clean up my portfolio and start making plans for like the future. So why don't we just get into it? I hope everyone's doing okay, despite the crypto winter is still brutal. There's still a quadruple whammy of housing, jobs, stocks, and um, crypto market calamities. Uh, Unfortunately, this time it seems to be thank goodness so far it's relatively well contained within like the TradFi banks. And there is a little bit of good news. So Bitcoin seems to have gotten a bid just from all the banking drama. So unfortunately, I don't know how long it'll last because as an inflation hedge, I'm kind of iffy on it. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful that there's a uh, maybe like a small rally, but um, it doesn't look like it's like a new bull market. But we'll see. Hopefully, things will get better. And we still need to get paid. Um, and I think we might be laying a better foundation for the future. But again, there's a lot of question marks. So while we wait for I guess like maybe 2024 when the next Bitcoin halving and maybe a new rally, a new or start of a new bull market in crypto. I'm just gonna stack Sats and Gwei. So basically, little pieces of Bitcoin and Ethereum here and there. So I'm really happy that there's finally a like a real Arbitrum token, ARB. I've covered this in a previous blog post. And then I think maybe the next one I'm kind of looking forward to is the one from ZK Sync. But so far there hasn't been an official announcement yet, but maybe there's some good news coming. Um, the crypto winter is, well, it's still here. So in addition to like Bitcoin and Ethereum, I still think it's a good idea to stack some USDC or other stable coins just in case, despite like the recent Circle drama that was tied to Silvergate and Silver Bank. Um, but also in another blog post, I was mentioning that I was able to get like a little bit of discounted USDC when it went off peg, and then I was actually able to redeem it within Coinbase itself. And I saw it hit my bank account, so that you know there's a small vote of confidence there. But if you're feeling nervous, I don't blame you. You don't have to. This is just what I'm doing. So Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol are still down from like the all-time highs. Uh, but again, I guess if you still like these protocols, like keep stacking. I've been playing around with like Lightning wallets, like Moon. Um, the reason why I like Moon is you can swap back and forth between I guess like layer one and layer two Bitcoin. So something that just playing around with small amounts. And I'm still just writing about like different topics on Publish 0x because they still pay out ETH, Ample, and Spot. So that it's not much, but it's something. Um, I'm not buying a lot of crypto assets because I still don't feel like it's that cheap enough yet. But you know, some people like to dollar cost average. I like to wait for like really bad news events to happen first, and then I you know buy like small bits here and there. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier, majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum are catching a bid, so there might be some opportunities to kind of trade back and forth. And then like I just want to also mention like the meager bunker earnings. So the Brave browser that this is probably like my favorite one, because if you're just browsing the internet, you'll still get paid in BAT tokens. Again, this isn't much, but still better than nothing. I've also used pre-search for uh, as a search engine, and it's okay, but I'm trying to catch out the PRE token, and it's still processing, so I don't know what's going on there. Um, Publish zero X is still pretty reliable, so you can even if you just read articles, you can still earn a little bit each day. And from time to time, I like to write like funny articles on Publish zero X. So again, like you're not making like a like a salary here or anything, but something. And it's good to keep yourself entertained, and it's also help good to help educate uh, like-minded people too. Um, and Coinbase USDC, surprisingly, they're paying out 4% on the USDC, so this is actually close to treasuries. And they what I've noticed is they pay out around like the third or fourth each month. Again, this might be risky for some people. There might still be like some other banks that I don't know about that might blow up. Hopefully, it won't beat up USDC too much. They've handled their like the contagion fairly well. I felt like I felt communication was okay, not like the best, but like the Jeremy Allaire has been on Twitter and he's been updating folks on like what's happening, so that's good. Same thing with Coinbase; they've been pretty good at letting people know what's going on. So that's that. Um, that's why I put an asterisk here. Some people like if you're really risk averse, I don't blame you. So you know, do whatever you're comfortable with. For curve and convex, um, because of like that USD fiasco, it caused like the fees to kind of like spike. So anytime there's like drama, curve and convex has been pretty consistent. They're still playing on bribes. My favorite ones are the FSS token, the convex token, and occasionally like some CRV. And there's also like stable coins, but they're not like the I guess like the most reputable ones. But you do you. GMX is still paying out ETH, so I'm happy for that as well. Like a lot of people like trading on Arbitrum using GMX, so I think that's still a pretty decent protocol. Um, it looks rare. I don't know if it's because like the NFT market is dying, or if it's just like looks rare, hasn't been able to really keep up the market share. Like they still pay out it looks in ETH, but it's kind of like it's not very uh like satisfying. So I guess like if there's any bounce, I might look to kind of exit this position. Um, and, which is kind of a shame, but I'll try to hold on to it as long as I can. Because in case there's a maybe a pickup in NFT trading, this could be a good one. So I'll try to hold on as long as I can. And the Gemini Cashback card, so far I've been able to keep converting my whatever my purchases are from fiat to ETH, and so far that's still working. So I should probably asterisk this because again like centralized exchanges aren't um, you know people are trying to run away from them, so I don't blame them. But like for now, Gemini, the exchange is still up and running, and the credit card rewards program is still processing. So I'll keep using them until something. Obviously periodically take your money out. So just to protect yourself, if you decide to go this route. And then hedges, I've played around the GMX perpetual swap, so that works. There's also tracer perpetual swaps, but I'm a little iffy on that. Uh, but I don't want to badmouth them because I don't use them that much. And then there's also Dopex options, and also Umami, the protocol. But they Dopex, um, unfortunately for U.S. customers, like they're geofenced, so you need a VPN to use them. Um, So that's kind of like a yeah, I'm feeling kind of iffy about that. Same thing with Umami. I was a big supporter of them in the past, and it's a shame they also geofenced, so you have to use a VPN to use the front end. And then there was also the unfortunate CEO drama where he tried to exit scam, but thankfully the team was able to safeguard the money. Um, so I'm also looking for like a good exit point. Hopefully they'll get their vaults up and running again. And then I'll look to swap out my Umami tokens for ETH again. You know, which is a real shame because I felt like the product was actually pretty good, but it, I guess like it'll probably take time for them to kind of rebuild trust within the community. So I might go back in but for right now, like I think I want to just like just get back to break even with this play. And then just in general, like the risk of being in crypto, especially if you're a U.S. customer, like I feel like the walls are closing in on anyone that is pro crypto, and it's really unfortunate. But for those of you that are outside of the U.S., you're probably fine. But in general, I still feel like the fees, especially like whenever there's like a big calamity or something, like the fees always spike, so it's really annoying. And we still need better use cases. Sometimes like the updates are a little shaky. Um, and the rules keep changing with, at first I thought like maybe the SEC and all these government agencies, I thought they were fine with crypto. But they keep sending mixed messages, so I'm really not happy. It's really frustrating. I guess the best thing to do is just take your whatever you feel comfortable holding in crypto and just moving it to a hardware wallet. Um, and yeah, it's kind of bad because it just affects like the whole community, and everybody's just like cranky and moody. So it's not a good thing. But hopefully things will get better soon. Um, and I'm not betting too big anymore. And unfortunately, earnings are declining in a bear market. But I'm just gonna recycle it, anything I make, into like either Sats or Gwei. So hopefully they'll take the pain a little bit easier to bear. Unfortunately, there's no real good way to kind of outrun inflation aside from just working hard at your job or business and just try to um, just maximize your earning potential and also just try to grab cheap assets when you can, and reinvest your earnings periodically. So it's been kind of rough, but I think things should slowly get better. And also keep in mind there was also contract risk with DeFi. Gas fees can be high. But with layer two solutions coming in, hopefully this will be resolved soon. Um, and this is not financial tax advice. And remember, like in DeFi, there are no refunds. But at this point, I feel like DeFi is safer than TradFi. Um, and crypto can collapse super quickly. But so can TradFi. So it's crypto can sometimes be like kind of scammy, but so is the alternative. So um, I guess maybe just keep a good mix of like both TradFi and DeFi, and hopefully you're quick enough to kind of like move money back and forth to see where the good opportunities are and just like pounce on them when you see them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you now.